One more map, and on one side of this, we are going to be sending a team through to the grand finals of this season of ESL Challenger League. I don't know if I brought my sanity with me over from Ancient, but I don't know if either of these teams did, so we might as well get weird. Quick play in towards ramp. It seems Boros will be receiving it. He'll bail out towards the lower site. SDY looking to maybe add some information on, but Boros lost, now lower. Very much ripe for the taking, Alan.
His vent drop is so late from Kraz now. So late. Bomb's going to get planted. And we'll see if one would choose to fight in towards double. Kraz now not sure where to look as those doors are opening. Trade of frags. Flurry of frags. As one winner intent on taking this control. Absolutely bulldoze it out in the end. And now with 3 positions to worry about. Double, control, and decon. A good plant as well for decon. You've got no chance here, SDY.
It's running out of time, certainly. Gonna have to try and force the issue to find any sort of advantage through here, but too many things to back, too many angles to fight. Even taking one is impressive there, but not nearly enough. Not even close. So, pistol round on for 1 win, and you asked a question before that round, Alan. Will they fight towards double doors? If I've learned anything, it's if you ever have to ask, will they fight? The answer is yes.
Why not? Why not? If there's ever an opportunity... Just keep going. Press the issue. Trying to avoid the numbers is for scaredy cats. If you know they're there, why not kill them? Ripe opportunity.
Boros. Okay. Speaking of fights, he will get run down, so it's only a 1-for-1, but Boros making this one a little bit more interesting. And this time the rotation's ahead of it. Krasnal's actually ahead of the Molotov as well. This is going to get spicy. They realize he's already in. They don't. That cost him a life. That cost him a body. A second as well. Krasnal making this spicy. Downright exciting. The bomb's still open. Whoa. Bro catches a frag. Bombs down. SDY with your dig. What have you got for us? Smoke's still up. He'll wrap around, pick up a bit of utility of his own. The scout not really helpful here. Might as well stick to the hand cannon to attempt to pull this off. But I think Travis is exposed. The bomb's just now going down. But that moment is missed. They're not giving him the fight he's hoping for.
Yeah, he needs an overface, but he's not going to get it.
So I'll have to make the move. I'll have to take the initiative. Back of cooling. Spots 1. And they're going to swing. That's ambitious. The scout now has a chance. No. 2 tags on. They have to avoid facing. He knows he's done the damage. He knows he's tagged them up. They're so vulnerable. But Travis will just about eke this through.
You can just see some of the gaps with 1 win. That was a clear opportunity where they could have double peaked. They knew exactly where that final player was in SDY, and they're not quite on the same page. Here, Krasnal went in front of that Monte. He did take a tick, but I guess they didn't hear him. And, yeah, they only got a little bit frisky. It is a round win, and actually, look at this from Monte. The rebuy, they're forcing up yet again. Couple Famases. There is somehow an entire M4 in the mix. And they've only thrown 1 smoke to kick this off, so 1 win might have a rough time reading what they're up against.
Made it on the clock before we've had a casualty. This might be the longest we've waited for first blood in this entire series. Nickelback will get it just before we hit the minute mark.
They've got round every round.
There's no
3
one.
out of 3.
Yeah, that could be it.
I haven't watched a great deal of Monte in this map, but it was where Boris used to play for Endpoint, and he never... Well, actually, he did quite like it, but we were never really at Nuke, so you didn't get the most practice. He's a bit of a masochist that enjoys playing ramp.
Interesting.
It is his sort of spot though, because you just sort of set up on. You have your spots. You get to take a couple couple shots and then just fall, and you don't really have to move around so much. And I mean, when you got his mechanical ability, it can kind of work because you're just such a high percentage to get that first kill.
Seems like Monte's going to get through this one relatively healthy. It's similar to what we saw on the other maps where they try and keep the force buy alive as much as possible, go for a bit of a gamble, and check out, keep rolling. This time, it's the third round force as opposed to the second, and it's not bad. They have here, if they put some pistols, a little bit more utility, there's actually quite a bit that they can put around these guns. This round's going to be interesting.
See what they do, because they could actually... They could have dropped M4s and really got into it, but it's more of a half in, half out approach. They even out the cash. Boris spends a fair amount. I guess they got decent loss bonus now, so max loss bonus in fact, so this should be okay at buying in the following. Nadage goes down. And certainly one winner well aware of the saves. They know not to get too overzealous, as they might have done earlier in this series, and hopefully they've learned their lesson. Do they see the barrel? I guess the answer is yes.
Krasnal. Yeah. That silencer. It betrays you, man. It's another point in favor of the A4. No sneaky silencer. Outplay. That's a tag. Demq finds a kill. Boomich is suddenly enormously exposed, and they just keep swinging. Uh-oh. They entered a bit of the killing field to Demq. This has gotten... No! Catastrophic. All into Deco. Demq taking command, and that's going to be it. They didn't even need the M4. They didn't need the rifle, Alan. It was the Deagles all the way.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Why is Boomich so far out on his own? They knew the buy. They knew that they're not going to have the nades. It's not a proper gun round. Why are we feeding the flames? We know Monte love to fight at every opportunity. Why we hit the freeze button sometimes, guys? Come on. Get the entry and just sit and wait. They're going to make a move. It's abundantly clear at this point. And a pause is in as I guess one win. Starting to realize that, you know, you can win a Pro League spot tomorrow. And they're mucking it up.
Certainly makes the rest of this half much more interesting, at least these next few rounds, because you have allowed the small ember that was the Monte economy to grow. Krasnal sticking on the MAC-10. Interesting choice when so much is going to matter in this next round. If the T side can't get her done here, certainly if they can't get a bomb plant, it's an eco. We've got nigh on a tight scoreline forced up. This one's important. And they recognize that they're taking their time with it, at least early, expecting maybe a lobby crunch, expecting some sort of playthrough from Monte, but Monte, for the moment, are content to let this one develop.
Outer smokes it down, but the bomb is still inner. Is this a mistake? Do they intend to have the bomb on outer? Very intrigued to see how this round develops, because this bomb is not going to end down secrets. And two players are through?
They're already making gaps in this.
They've got one smoke.
He's come in to support it. Maybe the idea is a mini wrap with the players coming out vent if they pull the rotations. That has to be the read, right? They've pulled SDY lower. If they kill Boros, or even just force him off of the angle, he might pull further rotation down here. He hasn't seen anything, but it is going to commit SDY. They get a kill up top. Maybe they pop up the vent and hope for that, but it even seems like they're just coming back into the outer yard. Krasnal's forced in towards the hut. This could be huge. This could be the kill that slants things in a big way. Waros found one outside, but he's traded. Still, the information's given up. They've seen bodies, and I think they may have even seen the bomb. Forrester, he gets his. Krasnal making the first flinch, and even one step further, that should determine it. SDY can't come up. He knows he's stuck, and now he's alone. So this round, it goes the way of one win. A little bit of a risky play, but taking that control outside, seizing and winning the fight with Waro. That was the key moment in
the trade onto him was just monumental. They had no utility really to deal with Heaven. They of course hoped that their lower pressure would have been enough to force the AWPer off, and Wasn't actually the case. And Morrow, he found 1 kill, but he had a chance there to get a lot more out of that. They did not have any utils to push him back, and they were so committed to that sort of round. So that's unfortunate. But of course, those players, as they crunched in at the end. Brilliant. Forrester taking names. Boomich and a monster headshot too. As the scales as it was going to flip back into 1win's favour. It's surprising, isn't it? Given how back and forth this half feels, the Monte do actually only have 1 round to show for it.
And again, they're going to be in a precarious situation. Full bought in, invested entirely around this. One thing that's looking really good for 1 win early on, Travis, 7-1 off the rip. That's a nice way to start for a player who is at times a little mercurial. He's getting his. He's getting those entries. He can be so very dangerous. Boros spamming through, collecting Nickelback. Travis wants to get this one back, but not a bullet's landing. Boros, untouchable. And that is a heck of a way to find an advantage for your team early on.
Still have free smokes. Could put those down the cross, and they're going to need them. Whatever way they end here. Because at the moment, these CTs are very happy to sit in this A-heavy defense. But no nades putting down just yet. They're grouping up towards lobby. Boomich is lurking outer. Where is Roro? Not there to contest. He's on the A-bomb side proper. And again, this half started off with 3 ramp rounds in a row. Tried and true. They're coming back for it. Kraz now on the rotate. Where are all the nades for hell? We need them on the elbow. Boris sticks around for the duel. Gets one. Now falls out. It's looking ugly for this T side. And Monte are mopping up.
Oh, Boomich 1 for 1. That's not even close to good enough to ask him out to this round. Travis caught. Boros coming up. Not expected in the slightest. And there you go. That's a get healthy round for Monte. 4 players surviving a critical moment for their long-term economy, and they meet the call. Now a choice to be made. 3 players were close. Yep, they're going to go in.
Onwards and upwards. Money's dwindled for that T side too. I guess they have got the virtue of they're on the weaker side, and it's T side, so cost less, and you can kind of make these lesser buys work out a little bit easier. Cross smokes are coming in. But the first one's going to fade, and they need to be careful. SDY takes a duel. Waro, if he keeps eye on this pixel, they have to cross. The bomb is not over. The bomb is not over. It's coming in soon. The flashbang does allow a little bit of a move. I wonder if he spotted them just there as he was repositioning. I guess not, as there's only 1 player lower.
Krasnal, now he knows. Now he knows, going for the info hop, trying to bait that he's moved in towards the site. Indeed, it works out, but only to the tune of 1. So trade there, pretty effective. Boros known, put in the open. The Tech 9, just enough bait to lure him into the fray. SDY can't stop the bomb plant, but he can't even up the numbers. Post. Forrester holding on his position. That kill's massive. Forrester follows it up. Waro likely to save this AWP 1 win. They bet it. They bet it all on this round, and it paid off.
Pretty scary stuff as they were crossing out, but once they were down secret, it felt like a done deal. Trades were good. Boris was way out of position. He was trying to get into control, wasn't he? But he was never going to make it because that was already in the midst of the offense. It was their real estate, and he didn't have squatting rights.
Terrorists win.
Waro has struggled to get impact early on here. Slower start. He's someone who we're used to seeing be implicated in every round, really. And they are going to force around this AWP. Okay. They're going to make it work here. It actually looks pretty good, all things considered. SDY and the AUG is interesting. But again, we get another one of these rounds where it feels like both sides keep getting pushed to the brink of their economy and not quite cracking. We've gotten a lot of spicy fights, and Boros, speaking of spicy fights, has just pushed through the ramp smoke. They're not expecting this at all. Forrester's a dead man. Forrester is absolutely a dead man, and Travis is as well. That's the bomb. Forrester, though, holds up for 1 at least, but the trade's not there. Lobby has lost the bomb with it. Nickelback desperately dumping utility, but that's just to try and get a chance for this C4. Smoke to provide more cover, but the bomb's on the wrong side of it. It was the CT smoke indeed. Gives them the space. And how do you recover this round, Alan?
I think you save. I think you genuinely save. I don't see what they can do from here. I'm stunned they actually managed to recover the bomb in the first place. But it's going to take some Monte mistakes. And I guess actually we have seen a few of those. So maybe at least hang it out for a minute and see if somebody strays right into your crosshair.
Nickelback's going ramp solo. Solo dolo. If he gets his headshot, knows the player's there. Or else won't give him the fight. But there's actually a path towards a lower site. There's a bomb plant here. No one's in position to deny this. Nickelback's just got a bomb plant.
It's so big for their money.
They've got it. SDY is way too late to it. Now Deco's starting to collect players in the rotation. No! SDY pulled him off. He was panicked. And that's going to be a huge missed opportunity. Nickelback's trying to bait the response.
But he doesn't
the
know
longer
it.
he waits, I think he still might. No, he keeps pulling. Alex, he keeps pulling off. He could have had it 3 different times. Oh, no.
I mean, I don't blame him in the sense that he never knew where those defensive players were, but yeah. Maybe at the start he should have just gone for it. Ooh. And they're going to buy behind this. This is a very different buy with that bomb plant. Look at this. I mean, the nades are a nightmare here. At least they got 3 smokes, then get those down on the cross. But beyond that, looking towards a late round, looking towards an after plant, basically nothing to speak of. And actually, did they even have 3 smokes? 1 is down. Unless one's on the deck. They've only got 1 more to cross outer. I'm going to have to find a different way to do this.
I'm trying to shoot their way through. But SDY's passes. He could just have a freebie. Whoa, Deco. Just in the nick of time. A half second later, and he's gone. Instead, he's collected 2 outside, and this round is on. They're not taking the space outside, though. They're leaving Travis to exert a little bit of influence, and they're still making decisions. Pressure on, potentially for an 8th take, but this is the one place on the map that Monte has some strength. Boros is getting this vision outside. It does mean that ramp's completely open. The lower side take is available, and Forster's now down the vent. If they look to link up with him, this is going to be ideal. Boros, because he's the one who is spotted, you'd imagine this is going to propel them in towards lower, but no, they want the hut control. That's a bit of a misread, and now Boros may have had time to get back into the angle. He gets the kill as well, and another missed opportunity here for one when Krasnal's able to rotate. They realized it way too late. They processed this way too late, and Deco, he got the 2 kills in this round so far. He needs to get all 5. This is too much to ask, too much to bear. The op, not going to be able to do it with only 25 seconds. He'll try, perhaps, to just save.
It's an absolute catastrophe for the economy. I can't believe they've lost this round.
You have full outside control. You've killed 2. They don't try and press that at all. They then see Boros outside. He kills a pistol. You know Boros is their ramp anchor. They don't put that together quickly. Those are
and then
big
the only other 2 players are the 2A players. That's a disaster. Absolute disaster. Yeah, I mean, one we actually should pause and just have a quick discussion about, guys, come on, we need to communicate better. I don't know if, presumably they have keywords there. They're too high level of a team not to, but they need a few of them. First of all, they need to be calling freeze a lot more and just put the brakes on these rounds. 5 on 3. You've killed the AWPer, so you're not scared of walking into that line anymore. We know Monte is so fast to react. I mean, pump the brakes. You've got you got a minute to play with. And
get the player down vent. And you know the B anchor is outside.
They had a player down vent, and they also took an overzealous fight towards A that lost 1 player before they were ready to go. It's sloppy. It's really sloppy. And this is a high stakes game given where we're at in the tournament. You can't be making mistakes like this.
Yeah. Certainly not. Giving a lot of opportunities through to Monte. A team with Nickelback and Boomich, we don't expect it. I'll have to take the medicine in this one. I mean, Deco without that loss bonus, right? He's going to have very little to fight with even in the next gun round. Presumably a scout, I guess. Maybe a MAC-10 to run through. There seems to be a ramp play, and actually there's a world where they get this bomb down. There's not a lot of rotations. Laboros, he's lethal. We know it. He's dropped the bomb. His teammates here to support. Waro chasing this down. Might get caught. He does, but at this point, the rotations come through. Krasnal will make sure that that C4 doesn't have an easy path to a plant. Heaven could be cheeky if Boomish decided to go that way. But no, the SMG is working its way up, and a shot to the back of the head will do him in. Rifle available. Indeed, it is. Good round for Monte.
2 kills with basically no investment is too bad, really. I mean, they have 1 TT-50 Deco. Would love the bomb plants, get him more into, you know, some sort of avenue where he could buy more into this round. But that was always going to be troublesome. And on we go. On we go. 5 apiece. At least this CT money has been kept in check. Despite their warrior rounds. Boomich seems to be the outer player for this team. Taking space. Early smokes it down. The Naviel smokes. A lot of options off the back of these. And Boomich looks intent. Oh, some garage control. No, he's going towards credit instead. Are they ready for this? Oh! I thought they weren't ready, but STY finds the kill.
And a follow-up as well. A follow-up as well has things looking very good for Monte. Boros, I think, just missed vision on Travis. Travis is a bit of a cheeky spot. STY has gone so far back to try and avoid. And if Travis fights one way, Boros likely swings from the other. It may not matter if his teammates are all dead, and so is he. Okay, going the way of the Dodo. All onto Nickelback now. Well, 1 kill will be all he gets. 6 on the board. Money swelling here for Monte, and 1 win. Gonna have to take another eco, which now raises the question, Alan. How many do they need to get?
5's not the end of the world. I think the way to look at it differently is they started off this half so supremely well. They had economic control. I think it was 4 or 5-1. And when you're at that point, you need to be winning the half. Absolutely. And given some of the rounds they've given away, a 5 on 3, there's a lot on the table here already. And that's what's going to be gutting if they don't get more out of this T side.
This one's not going their way.
If only the bomb drops
too much.
With Boomich.
Yeah, I mean, you could have a bomb plant out of it. That is the one thing that we've noticed with Monte is they're maybe a little slow to react towards the lower site. So there have been opportunities for bomb plants. Maybe shouldn't have been there, but one would have not been able to capitalize. What do you want to see for a taser skin in Source 2, Alan?
Good question. So anything that invokes Zeus the god as you're sending out the thunder.
Yeah, I think the obvious one is a lightning bolt on the edge, like a golden lightning bolt, Zeus style.
I need like a Mount Olympus on the back, and then maybe some other gods around it. Not to be.
Clean. Clean goes the round. It's 3 more in the half. An investment presumably coming in this one, though over-investment will lead to a Galil on Travis. Everybody else should be fine. Not sure we're going to see an op. Thinking about it, to talking about it. Here's where Hoach gets to have his say. This is the time. We discussed their lack of pauses over toward Ancient. Here's the time. You need to get a round or 2 here to feel good about things. Now's the impact.
Given it a lot of different looks. Because the last gun round was some outer smokes and letting Boomich play, but it didn't come to any avail. Of course, ramp rounds have been the core of this T side. It's been actually, I mean, a T side nuke normally has a decent amount of inner hits after you've, forced them into elsewhere on the map or shown a lot of outer rounds, but you don't really see any inner rounds at all. It's been a lot of out of control mixed in with the ramp hits.
They're going to get secret on this. Waro's adjusted down to try and meet them with that AWP. So a lot's going to come down to Waro. 2K in the name, gonna need 2 in the server, perhaps. Make this round viable.
Okay, so we're faking an outer wrap.
They could get coached back up.
Presumably means they're going to contact lower. Warrior's going to get a great chance, I think.
Nothing's been seen outside. The Heaven Peak did come through. Waro, ready for it. There's the peak. 1 down. He's got it. Molotov drop. Being careful with this one, as he should be. Snatch your kill. Get away.
This round's
reset.
a disaster. It's a disaster because SDY can also see that they never crossed. They never crossed the Hell Wrap. Was never a possibility. At least that's a nice kill then, but there's still 2 in defense on A, and Boris is fairly nearby in ramp.
This could be huge if they clear out the backside before they take contact with Krasnal, but no one's looking to clear Mustang. Down 1 for 1. Here we go. We got a round in our hands. It's a 2v2. The rotation is quick, both in towards lobby. This might be a little ahead of schedule. Nickelback needs to get on the angle fast, and he's done exactly that, but he can't live. Forrester, the familiar position, clutching, but Boros won't even let him get started. His 16th kill of the half from Boros, and a defuse to boot.
That back garage angle really thwarted the round. I'll explain quickly how I knew they were going to contact Secret, like we just seen there. It's because they're faking the outer wrap, you don't want to do any nades lower, because it's an instant giveaway that it was a fake. And they walk right into the midst of that AWP. So, Warrior being on the move makes it hard for them to read and pay a heavy price for that one. Fortunately, Bomb Plant will ensure another buy. But this half has slipped massively back in favor of Monte. What a recovery it's been for the international mix. And 1 win at scrambling just to get anything more out of this T side.
There's the face, there's the peak, there's the fight. Waro coming out on top of it.
Why would Deco repeat?
I couldn't tell you. There's a lot I couldn't tell you about this particular game. DimQ gets away. Forrester opting off the spray. Might have even had him down and jumping. Now it's desperation starting to seep in, trying to make the individual hero plays, and there's none to be found. They do need a hero, but I think it might be time to hang up the cape in this half, certainly in this round. 2v5 now. Boomich and Forrester are together at least, but it seems like a contact play out the hut might be the best they've got to offer, and that's not a lot. Bomb's now down, so Forrester doesn't even get to really put his plan into motion, such as it was.
Absolutely on fire this round. Deco knew there was an AWP there, and I think he also knew Boros was there. Which is why, you know, just slip out with the information. Slip out with the information. It's good. You know where the AWP was. You knew where another player was. Guys, they're not holding out very aggressively if they got that much presence out of ramp. So could have rerouted. And this buy is looking even worse than the previous. No AKs here. All Galils, and they're gonna pop it straight out of Squeaky. Krasnal has flashed, but he comes unwhited, and it's looking brilliant now. 2 players left. Bomb is out of Squeaky, and it's all falling apart. Just Travis, and surely he's going to meet his demise. 10 rounds for Monte. It's a monstrous recovery as we go to the half.
One more half is all that stands between these two teams and a spot in the grand final. A matchup against 9. And one more hurdle between them and the Pro League. One win, Monte. Who's it going to be right now? Monte making a pretty good argument for it.
Thought they're going to hit in, but it's going to be Ramp Mike. And look at this setup. Look at this setup.
Oh
There's
my
so many in
goodness.
defense. This could be a meat grinder.
This is what we call a read and a half, and even Forrester fast to potentially flank with a push-out hut. Here it comes. There's the util. Flashbangs dodge. First kill goes in. Bombs committed. Bombs dropped. It's going to be a massacre here. The flank developing. That actually taken down, but no one's going to be left to exploit it. Just Waro, and he has to fight forward for the C4. It's all coming to pass. Waro, though, my goodness. 3 kills found from nowhere. He's made something of this round, but Deco on the flank, too much to bear.
No, it's not Ancient. He wasn't getting that. Without an Ancient, it's a 1-on-5. But not to be the case, as one win, get exactly what they needed. And almost more importantly, no bomb plant for Monte. So any forceful investment here would be massively diminished. And it looks like hefty eco is to come. So important under this pressure and these sort of stages. If one win, keep these sort of rounds clean. They can't muck about any more of the economy. Plenty of those in the first half, but this is too important. They have to keep numbers alive, or they'll be absolute hell to pay if they lost the following gun round.
A lot of noise being heard here on the silo. Nickelback. Checking if he's got squirrels in his attic right now. Maybe thinking Santa Claus just landed with his reindeer. We're going to be prepped for this play outside. Deco, though, gets dinked. That's the bomb. Ah, that's the bomb right off the rip. Okay, full control on. This is really interesting now. Nickelback has so much space to control this. The AUG finds it. Nickelback mowing him down, and that one's swift.
Just the doctor ordered. 5 alive. There's a hefty bonus, isn't it? 2 MP9s and a FAMAS on the cards. Boomich is also the outer player, I'm pretty sure. An MP9 would not be ideal for that. Maybe something frisky. Maybe a lobby push. Maybe... I'm not sure. Leave outer, load up ramp. They've got options here. It's actually Nickelback to start towards outer. He's in main. Early nadage dump to prevent anything fast out of the squeaky door. As Monte are prepared to get a slow approach in this round. They'll be aware, by the way, there's no open play. Because they saw Deco with the AUG.
Seems like they want to take advantage of that information. Try and gain this space outside. Look at this gap for Nickelback. Ooh, how good is it? Is he just getting the info? Are they popping on his screen?
He definitely
spotted that one. Now he's got it. Oh,
Well, he's seen
not
2.
quite.
Can we get a rotation?
Travis is there. It's only Travis so far. Now, okay, Deco comes in to support. This is going to be a decent hold with the AUG and the A1S. And they are going decon. This is what they're set up for. First kill coming through. That's go biz good. But, yeah, losing Travis does not make this very easy. It's a bit of a massacre. Trades go in the way of one win. But Waro will at least be able to get the bomb down. Boomich, slow to rotate. Now he's doing it. Now the information is there. Waro wants to isolate the fight in the meantime. Reposition. This fight. Boomich walking the smoke. They don't need to do that. They have the time to wait for the fade, but Nickelback will make up for it. Boomich ever trying to pull off the surprising play. And this time, it does not cost them.
Well, this round is always only about survival for one win. With a lesser weaponry. Got crazy there. I really thought after they trade out the initial lower players that one win were in for a world of pain, but those rotates just got in time. Nice to mop up towards the end. I mean, this angle from Deco, whilst it's nice to have the AUG, he is so exposed. So unbelievably exposed. And it's really this man, Nickelback, that comes good in the end. Monte should be rebuying here. They should know that they've done a lot to limit this economy in the past couple. Here it comes.
They're doing it. They heard you. They said, Alan says force buy. He never does that. So that must mean we really should.
Open Deco, that might be a little bit unexpected. Given the close nature of a lot of these rounds. That's a big... Well, clearly a big weapon, but more in terms of where it fits into their arsenal. Deco yet to be fully unleashed here on Nuke. Had a really great first map of the series, but a little bit by the wayside on Ancient. Deco absolutely can be a spearhead to winning this game for one win.
Well, I'll be hold initially, maybe expecting a bit of the crunch. Not gonna happen there. That's apart from a little tickle of utility damage. It's nothing conclusive just yet. Boros wants to fight. And he's gonna challenge the up and win it! Okay! Boros! Wide swing king, this man. Just unrelenting in his domination here on the map of Nuke. They've shifted Boomich lower, but he just has an MP9 to try and defend it. His teammates maybe caught out a little bit, and as SDY adds another casualty outside, this is starting to look very, very good for Monte. Forrester peeking, but not on the angle. That's one after another. The dominoes do fall here. Travis gonna commit everything onto this swing, and he was gonna get traded even if he finds that first kill. It's over. Alan, there's just an MP9 remaining, and SDY might have Boomich here in just a second. The patience hold, and indeed it does.
An absolute Boros peak there from Ram. I've seen a few of those over the years now. I think the biggest crime there for one win is when they go 3-on-5, stack a site, and just sit on it. Stack a site and just sit on it. You would have had a decent buy here with a couple guns saved, but instead their money is absolutely snapped in half. One rifle on Deco. Nades might be good, but if this round gets extended, the weaponry will come more to the forefront.
Forrester. Boros spots him, but Boros been too lethal on this one. You're not catching this man unawares. Continues to barrel on through. And so the pressure ratchets up just a little bit more to a one win. Barrel out players in this game, in this series, rather, have been Deco, Travis, and Forrester not finding his footing just yet. They'll challenge the MP9. This isn't a terrible setup for this particular fight. Smoke goes in at the right time, but that was the tiniest of dinks. That must have been fully through the wall. As Nickelback just takes 10 damage off of it. Travis, a chance at the 5-7. He's got 2-3, chewing through him. Travis making something out of nothing. Now we got a round on our hands. And if they go towards lower, this is where the rifle is. This is where the rifle is. Deco on the angle. They have no idea whatsoever. And Deco will finish off what Travis starts.
Christ. That has completely changed the complexion of this game. A one rifle buy, man down, and 3 shots, 3 headshots for a 5-7 playing an off angle in ramp. That is the greatest gift one win could ever expect to receive. Both teams have no money. Match paused. I think for both teams could get value out of this. Oh my lord, it's heating up. It's heating up. It's getting very exciting. And this round is going to determine the fate of quite a few moving forward, given the money situation for both of these squads. That was Monty's chance to snap the cash. Play against Ecos. The buy in the one after wouldn't have been good anyway, because one win we're only on one. Would only be on, you know, a 4-3 buy in 2 rounds time. Tough pill to swallow.
This duel outside could be huge. Nickelback and SDY.
Saw plenty of this the
Control.
other day, didn't we? Nickelback
Yeah.
playing behind the red crate.
He does like it. It's where he feels most at home, most comfortable. And SDY might be playing into his hands. A little bit of a move outside. Utility going to start to be there. Nickelback collects. No, can't do it. SDY snappy on the response, and now an advantage again for Monte. Feels like we've had a few of these. SDY walking into mini.
Smoke's gonna fade. Smoke's gonna fade. What's
Deco has to get this. Has to get this. The flashbang's there. Deco still has it. Now it's a little bit of chaos going towards the site. They've got the holes. The trades so far are good, but Deco, he's the fly in the ointment and allows Travis to get into position now. They're going to play together. From the heaven, bomb could just drop down. No, but it makes it past the sight lines from the second vent. MQ does what he must, does what he had to do. And now Deco position known, up posted up, and the round falls to Monte.
So committed, that spot from Nickelback. So unbelievably committed. I know after Deco got these first frags, it's going to look really good. I don't know why Deco and Travis aren't playing together up in heaven. If they double swing on a tap, they win that round. 100%. Or at least it would have taken the play of the day from Waro to turn that around. And they're forcing back. They're forcing back. They had money to save into a decent buy in the following. Oh my lord. They've been to the casino. And they put it all on red.
Praying for another 5-7 clip is what they're doing.
Yeah. But that's fool's gold. No guarantees that's going to happen again.
Boros eliminating some variables here. Just sitting, barely moving his crosshair, and fragging. And that site is now taken. Maybe Boros doesn't live to see it, but he has done his work. He can rest. He can settle back down. I mean, there's no way they can do this. I don't even... Deco's going to have to be in the next solar system to save this gun with 1 HP. And even that ain't exactly promising. It's crazy. After the madcap affairs we've had through the first 2 maps, it's starting to feel like 1win's just a bit powerless here on Nuke.
Maybe it is too early in the life cycle. Of course, remember that yesterday, Mirage was the absolute standout of that series in terms of their prowess and their options, and starting to lean that way again. They were gifted the greatest chance by the Travis 3K, but even that hasn't proved to be enough just yet. Full eco to come. It's going to be 14 surely for Monte, barring some massive errors. They are so close now to the grand final.
Boros out, and, well, he makes it look good. Why not? Spray transfer twice to get 2 kills. He's dropped, but Forrester alone, unarmored scout. Good luck turning this round around. This would take something truly incredible, and the bomb's now planted to make matters even worse. Utility harassing him. No safe haven. No chance to escape. Krasnal make sure of that, and they'll even just swing for good measure. Why not?
Maybe pause if you're 1-win, because the gravity of this round is absolutely biblical. Absolutely biblical. Just the lesser investment there, but not a lot done. Money is good as well for Monte. They got several chances here. As we get into this all-important buy on, there is an AWP on Deco. That's the good news. Plenty of utility. Boomish just has to sack onto the FAMAS. And actually, there's no kit in play. And Boomish could have come off head armor. He should have come off head armor to get the kit for sure. I really hope that doesn't become the undoing of this round. Oh, they have no idea. They have absolutely no idea SDY's down. No clue at all. Surely not.
This is so tough now. Everyone's responded to it. He can strike at any time. He can open up so many options, and it seems like they're going to want to meet on towards B. The window's not broken, so it might be a little tricky to get all the way through, but if they kill Travis, the world is their oyster. They know there's nothing here in defense past Trav.
And of course, he's going to fall into the lion's den when they push ramp. That's the whole idea here. There's no escape for Travis.
SDY's got it. He broke the window. He's quite missed this. Travis, though, still doesn't realize it. Now he's down. Took a little bit, but the payoff is still secure. Boomich risking the Molotov, but that tick's been heard. SDY ready for it every day of the week. The one silver lining, they've cleared out Waro, but that might just allow them to save a little more effectively. This retake is a nightmare.
We weren't on board with Waro, but I would have loved it if he broke the glass in lockers at the same time. They have to be saved. They have to be saved. Trade is there. But that's one rifle they're not going to have in the following. One winner on the brink now. 6 in a row. 6 in a row. It might be CT Nuke, but been anything but compelling in the last few rounds. Monte, after a troublesome Mirage, they play a bonkers Ancient, when honestly every round could have gone either way. And suddenly on Nuke, 3.5 hours into this series, maybe 34 now, they are looking more composed than ever. Pretty crazy.
Nades down, a lot of utility early on. Monte take the brunt of that, but they get a player down lower, so they're pretty happy with the exchange. Bomb doesn't make it through. Boomich, what a you! Oh my goodness. It works out. He finds Boros. He's through in towards lobby. This is so much information, but it's still an even exchange. Deco damaged up. This bomb likely to be planted. Little that Deco could do to prevent that. SDY will try and bait this utility. Krasnal finding space on A, and indeed, it's free. The full rotation went through. Provided SDY goes up, they've got this site, and he's realizing it now. He's trying to wrap outside. Didn't want to go for the vent for reasons. Suspicious that someone might have been tucked around. Nick, go back. Now making himself a nuisance, and he's got reinforcements, so this is going to turn into a real fight. This is falling apart. SDY and Waro down to the blink of an eye. The bomb down outside. Krasnal alone. What was looking to be so much under control of Monte, they get spooked by what? I do not know. Now, killing Boomich is the first step to recovery. Krasnal still a chance to take this game. And that damage is going to matter in the next round. He's looking for more. Even. This is the first op shot. Does Deco. Gives another chance through. Krasnal wants to get back into Mini. Ooh, crossing outside doesn't really, as Nickelback's in the same angle. So a 10th round found at least for one win, but that looked so very scary. I don't know what kept Monte from just rotating vent.
I guess that's the fear, that there was a player in vents. I don't see any other reason you go up for a secret. Shades of Ancient there. Shades of Ancient there is getting a bit frisky. Chance one gone. 5 to go. And they carried just enough guns through into this following round to have a good investment here. Here we go. Round 2. Come on to get this done.
That means timely. Oro catching a bit of damage outside. They've left him alone to try and section out outside control a lot of rounds, right? It was the secret smokes around after round after round for one win. Hasn't really been a favorite for Monte. They prefer to put in the element of the vent dive, which this time they haven't exploited. But they still ask the question with the smoke they threw. At one win are risking it. They're not rotating anyone down. They don't think anyone got down.
Lobby.
Oh. Monte don't have the bomb here. They're going elsewhere. So they're going to gain this space or one win, but how do they operate with this information now? Nobody here. Two players fighting back in. Spot on. Demq wants the fight. Utility out. That's a catastrophe. 2 for 1. Great find. And Deco a collat. Putting this one to bed, perhaps. It's all on to Waro. Sustained damage would be nice, but 35 seconds to try and find this round. This is a big ask of him.
Saving is an option. And for the moment, he's still peeking through angles. Makes his way in towards Mini. There's one player on top of Hut. The other one is wide, actually. Box first found. Second needs to be brilliant. And it is! 1-on-1. Travis is a little bit of a way off. Bomb can get planted.
He hears the vent. He hears the vent. He knows where he is. He knows where he is. Just one shot needed. Oh, but Travis! Quicker on the trigger, the pre-fire. Gets him the little bit of damage, the speck that he had to find.
How does Waro get the second kill? I can't believe it.
I think I need to watch that a few more times.
Waro
to
is
comprehend.
left eye. He's much nearer the corner he's peeking round. The rifler there has a massive advantage. And he's only what, taking 2 bullets? 1 maybe? Wow.
It's going to prompt the force buy, though, here. They go right back in. There's a little bit of money saved through for the next, but Waro goes hard in. Looking like a vent dive. Looking like a vent dive. Deco's here with the off. They don't push him off. This could get spicy. This could get wild. Boomich close up by the door. The utility wasn't there to push him back. They focused on Mini. They weren't prepared. MP5 for Forrester. Interesting. And Travis, a chance to have a field day, but he'll play it safe. Some further util damage. Just soften up these Monte players. They don't want to give up the guns, do they, on the one-win side? Well, they'll lose one, but just an SMG, and it might be all she wrote.
I think today I get my just desserts for calling those investments ill-advised. They've bought themselves out of a full buy round. And that's really silly. Why gamble so much? Why? I mean, I know why. Because they're so pumped up. They're low aggressive players. They're young players. And they're not thinking ahead. How on earth have we had a double force buy in a row?
Just keep doing this. And it just means when you have the rifles, you're limited. You're limited.
I mean, next buy will be good. But they've somehow engineered a scenario where there's going to be one full buy round.
That's the one rifle. That's the rifle down. They just committed it on towards Mini with limited utility, and I mean, this is disastrous. The player just waiting in the vent. Boomich just ready to destroy somebody if they want the drop. I mean, Waro's just going to be committed to see if a player comes up secret. Maybe he gets this kill. If they don't know how you get activated from this position. What does Monte do? One smoke to try and cross something outside. Nickelback gonna catch if this comes towards Mini. Waro, give him the face, but that's a ripper of a shot. They've got a lot of space now. A rifle picked up some control outside. Deco with the op. He could get run down here. Looking for support. Travis wants to bring it, but the smoke will prevent him from doing so. And Deco then is trying to fall. The secured secret, so they know they've got the sight line. And Deco, that's a shot and a half. Bomb plant would be a miracle here for Demq. He knows he's surrounded. He knows he's overwhelmed. And Forrester will escort him out the round.
Somehow we've engineered a scenario here, Mike, where this is their only proper buy, and it's not even that good. They're going to be skimping nades on a couple players. I kind of hope Monte gets us over the line, because if economic choices cost them the map, that is a stupid way to lose.
Monte down in numbers already off the rip on this buy where they have so little. Deco's getting knife kills. Oh, 2 slashed in. They get stuck on the ladder, and Deco in the chaos, in the Discord. pulls back a bit of a sword duel. He's even looking for more with the knife out. This is cocky now. Still a chance for this to get out of whack, but it's not looking likely. Krasnal alone. He has the bomb at least. His comrades cut down in front of his eyes. And it's pure desperation that brings him to this corner, that brings him into the AWP of Deco. That's one way to make a quick $3,000.
Holy smokes. What is happening? What is happening? This was, at least compared to Ancient, a pretty standard game up to about round 25. But it's back. And it's back with a vengeance.
We couldn't get out of the madness. Double knife infant. Double knife! As soon as you hear that blade, certainly you just got to be looking down.
I mean, I can't take my eyes off the economic choices. We've got 3 players here without head armor. I guess it... hilariously, there's 4 AKs on the C side, so it doesn't actually matter. That's actually ridiculous.
Absurd. This game is absurd. Push the boundaries of good sense and form. And Monte... Well, let's see if they can pay off their decision-making with some individual play.
They're banking it all on an in-hit. The whole lot.
In they go. Boomich finds first contact. He's not going to get the second, though. Good damage to the war roll. Heaven player down. Hell, Mustang follows Boros. He's been the man this game. He has been the guy. But the utility's trying to take him out of play. Look at the health remaining for Monte. It's a 2v4, but look at these health bars. Nickelback has no idea where they've gotten to. Now it's a little bit of chaos. Both players in towards Heaven. Nickelback taken down low. And it's all going to be on the Deco. 11 points of health. 11 HP. The bomb now ticking away. Deco forced into this fight up top. There's an AK in front of him if he wants it. But he doesn't know. He doesn't know how low his opponents are, so he's going to try and do it with the AWP. Waro below him just hears this scope confirmation. They know. If they didn't already, they certainly know now. And Waro will end it somehow, some way. Monte close it in regulation. Another massive Boros round comes through in the nick of time, Allen. And that was one of the most madcap series I think I have ever witnessed.
The way it ended. Did you